everyone, my name is Saumya. I welcome you all to Kalam Academy. In this video, we will be looking at the Speaker of the Lok Sabha. Okay, let's start. The Speaker. Now, Speaker is the presiding officer of the lower house of the Parliament, that is the Lok Sabha. Okay, he is the presiding officer. Speaker is the presiding officer of the lower house of the Parliament. He is the one who maintains the order and decorum in the house. Okay, and he is the true guardian of the traditions of the parliamentary democracy. He is the true guardian of preserving the traditions of the parliamentary democracy. And he is the final interpreter of the Constitution of India and the rules of procedure and the conduct of business of Lok Sabha. Final interpreter of the Constitution and the rules of procedure and conduct of business of Lok Sabha. Okay, so he is the Speaker. Now, how is he elected? Now, Speaker, we know that he is elected from amongst its members. So, he is elected by the Lok Sabha from amongst its members. He is elected by Lok Sabha from amongst its members. So, he is the member of the Lok Sabha, right? And this is also the only requirement mentioned under the Constitution, that the Speaker should be the member of the Lok Sabha. Now, whenever the office of the Speaker falls vacant, then the Lok Sabha elects another member to fill the vacancy, and that date of election is fixed by the President. So, date of election of Speaker is fixed by the President. Okay, right? Now, let's look at its tenure. He is in his office for 5 years, and also he is eligible for re-election. He is eligible for re-election. And you have to remember that whenever the Lok Sabha is dissolved, then Speaker does not vacate his office. He continues in the office till the newly elected Lok Sabha meets. Okay. So, whenever the Lok Sabha is dissolved, he does not vacate his seat. He does not vacate his office. Okay. These are the little points that you have to remember regarding prelims examination. Then we have the removal and the vacancy. Now, what are the cases in which there can be a vacancy in his office? Vacancy and removal. First one is when he ceases to be the member of the Lok Sabha. Okay, then the seat will be vacant. Ceases to be the member. Second one is when he resigns. When he resigns by writing to the Deputy Speaker. Okay, not the President. When he resigns by writing to the Deputy Speaker, and when he is removed by the resolution passed by majority of all the members of the Lok Sabha. Removal is by resolution passed by all members of the Lok Sabha. That means special majority. Okay, and not an ordinary majority. Ordinary majority is when the resolution is passed by members who are present and voting. Okay, but in the case of Speaker, the resolution is passed by the special majority. Total, all the members of the Lok Sabha. Okay. Then, let's look at this. Now, you know the office of the Speaker has been created. It came into existence in 1921 under the Government of India Act 1919, which was the Montagu-Chelmsford reforms. Okay, so the office of Speaker and Deputy Speaker originated in 1921, but at that time we did not used to call them Speaker and Deputy Speaker. Instead, we used to call them President and Deputy President. Okay, they were called President and Deputy President. Now, the nomenclature was changed to Speaker and Deputy Speaker respectively via Government of India Act 1935. Okay. The resolution was changed via this act. And this old nomenclature of President and Deputy President was continued till 1947. Why? Because the federal part of this act was not implemented till 1947. So the old nomenclature continued till 1947, but the nomenclature was changed in 1935 itself. Okay, this is the point to be noted. Then, now these are the functions which are performed by the speaker. You know, whenever there is a deadlock over a bill, okay, then the president summons the joint sitting. He calls for joint sitting, but the speaker is the one who presides over the joint sitting. Joint sitting is summoned by president, but it is presided over by the speaker. Okay, so he presides over the joint sitting, and when the quorum is not present, that means when the minimum number of members required to conduct the meeting, that is the 1/10 of the total strength of the members, 1/10 of the total strength of the house. Okay, when the quorum is not present, in absence of quorum, the speaker has the power to adjourn the house and to suspend the meeting. He can adjourn the house and suspend the meeting. Now, whenever the voting is going on, the speaker does not vote in the first instance. But in case of tie, in case of equality of votes, the speaker has to vote. The speaker casts its vote during the equality of votes to resolve the deadlock. And that vote is called the casting vote. Okay. So to resolve the deadlock, whenever there is a tie, then the speaker votes. And that is called the casting vote. Now he or she decides whether the bill is a money bill or not, and his decision is final, and you all know that. And it is the speaker who decides the questions of disqualification under defection law, which is mentioned in the 10th schedule. Okay, disqualification under defection law is also decided by the speaker itself. Okay, these are the two questions. Now, based on our discussion, you may try to attempt this question. Okay, so let's look at these questions. We have to choose the correct option. Now, while the date of the election of speaker is fixed by the president, the date of election of deputy speaker is fixed by the speaker himself. Now, this is true. Okay. The date of the election of speaker is fixed by the president, but the date of the election of deputy speaker is fixed by the speaker itself. Okay. The speaker, while assuming his office, do not subscribe to any separate oath, and the speaker pro tem is administered oath by the president. This is also true. Speaker does not prescribe to any oath. Okay. But the speaker pro tem, who is appointed by the president, is administered oath by the president. Now, G.V. Mavlankar, you know, he was the first speaker. So, his rule, Mavlankar's rule, has been used to determine the leader of opposition in the Lok Sabha. This is also true. So, the answer is D. Let's look at this question. The powers of regulating procedures in the House by the Lok Sabha speaker is not subjected to any jurisdiction of any court. This is also true because you know that speaker is the final interpreter. The speaker can be removed by the resolution passed by a majority of members present and voting. Now, this is false because this is what is ordinary majority. Okay. But we have just seen that speaker is removed by a special majority. Resolution of all the members of the Lok Sabha. Okay, not present and voting. So, this is false. So, the answer will be 1 and 3. Now, this is also true. Unlike the speaker, chairman is not the member of the Rajya Sabha. Now, I hope you got some clarity on this concept. I will see you in the next video. Thank you.